At this moment, Mr. Belfield, our CEO from MLAJA.
So this friend went to visit another friend, and as he entered the yard, there was this dog on his step, and the dog was howling. And the friend asked the gentleman, "Why is he howling?" And the owner responded, "He was lying on a nail." So the friend asked him, "But why doesn't he get up?" And the owner replied, "It is not hurting enough." This is essentially the story of innovation. Many times we innovate because out of necessity. For example, like MLAJA, when Hurricane Maria hit us, we wanted to make the credit unions more digitally friendly. We wanted to ensure that our systems, processes, and how we do business can relate to the Gen Z and Gen Y population. But then some innovations are born not out of necessity, but out of curiosity. And so as I recognize my colleagues from the head table, and to you special invitees and the students, I want to talk to you briefly about three things: creation, innovation, and impact. When we speak about creation, sometimes we believe as though we need to rebuild it from ground up. Sometimes our ideas, our thoughts seem impossible to us at the beginning until we begin to put our ideas to paper, and then we begin to develop it. And such is the story of MLAJA, because I remember just after Hurricane Maria hit, our Prime Minister came back and he spoke about code and doing stuff. And these are things that we were thinking, because we did not settle on the fact that we were small. As the Jamaicans would say, we're little but we're talawa. We wanted to create an impact, just like Shop DM, just like PICAT. We wanted to ensure that the people that we serve have access to the technology. And so we started this 5-year journey in creating a mobile wallet, not just an entire ecosystem where businesses can relate and where you can interact doing the things that you need the most. But in creation as young people, one of the things that you'll soon realize, the ideal surroundings and environment that you need to bring your idea to fruition is not present. And what do? Do you throw your hands in the air and give up? Absolutely not. Because like David, there's a period what we call engagement, which is the period between the time you put that seed in the soil and when you above the soil. Because during that time is when you learn the best. It's when you learn to refine your business processes. It's when you learn to innovate, which is the second thing. It's when you learn to become patient. It's when you learn to refine. You learn to the best practices in the business. And sometimes you learn to think outside of the box. And many times when we speak about technology and we speak about innovation, some people just simply use it because it's trending. I encourage you to use it because you want to future-proof yourself, or you want to think outside of to a new trend of doing things. The only person that accepts change is the baby, of course, when you have to change a diaper. But like us, and the good thing is that we're speaking to a young generation, a generation that is very connected to TikTok and Facebook. And if you look and see how TikTok has revolutionized the way we interact with each other, wanted 140 characters. People no longer wanted to just read posts. People wanted to become their own televisions. People wanted to build their own brands and market themselves. And that is how TikTok came about. So sometimes the difference between us becoming so successful is just about us channeling that inner energy. We've had daunting challenges for us, which for the average person would have probably given up. And we've never given up. And the reason why we've never given up is because we believed in the impact of the generations to come. We believe in future-proofing the credit union movement, ensuring that that legacy that was built 65 plus years ago continues. But more importantly, ensuring that it is relevant to you, that the credit union can relate to you the way you want to be related to, that we can come to you and not just you to us, that we can interact with you in a socially friendly environment doing the things that you need the most. And there's this beautiful story about this guy who was and the tide had risen and then it went back out, and quite a few of them got stranded. And he kept tossing them one by one. There were hundreds of thousands on the line. And the gentleman said to him, he said, "But..." And he picked up one and he looked at the gentleman and he said, "Ask him, what's the impact? Ask him, what's the importance?" So sometimes just your little classroom, that is not important. The impact you have is not going to be felt today, it's going to be felt tomorrow. How many persons are praising you or how many persons are supporting you. If you can develop that resilience, just like the gentleman, to toss that fish one by one into the sea, in spite of the thousands, you become hugely successful. It is widely said, if you want to become a millionaire, you solve a problem that is witnessed by 1 million persons. If you want to become solve a problem that's going to impact 1 billion persons. So my commendation to you this morning, look at creation, look at innovation, and look at impact. Do it because you believe in it. Because these are the tenets that you will need to take it from idea to a fully fledged company. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Belfield. I must say that was very, very, very encouraging.